Our top story this morning, thousands of residents fled from Sudan's capital where witnesses reported bodies on the streets. Embassy said more than 270 civilians had been killed in the battle between the army and the paramilitaries by Thursday with no end in sight. The Rapid Support Forces said that they would fully commit to a complete ceasefire from 1600 GMT for 24 hours, as did the army, but gunfire continued in Khartoum from the appointed time and into Wednesday night. It was the second day in a row a proposed humanitarian ceasefire failed to take hold. Now, the Sudanese army said 177 Egyptian soldiers who had been captured by the RSF were evacuated on 4 Egyptian military transport planes. Other evacuation plans have been difficult to orchestrate as well, as foreign diplomats have been attacked and the UN received reports of sexual violence against aid workers. Japan said its defense ministry had begun the necessary preparations to evacuate around 60 of its nationals, including embassy staff. Berlin reportedly aborted an evacuation attempt involving 3 military transport planes, which would have carried 150 citizens. The U.S. Embassy in Khartoum said that it started gathering citizens' personal details. However, the embassy said that there are no plans for a U.S. government-coordinated evacuation owing to the uncertain security situation there. The defense minister in Chad, which borders Sudan's Darfur region, said that around 320 Sudanese soldiers had fled over the border in fear of the Rapid Support Forces. UN chief would meet the heads of the African Union, the Arab League and the regional bloc, the Intergovernmental Authority on Development. The international organization warned about vital supplies running short as well.
It was decided that the Secretary General will attend a virtual meeting tomorrow on Sudan, which is convened and bringing together the chairperson of the African Union, the Secretary General of the Arab League, and also the Executive Secretary of IGAD and other relevant organizations. We desperately need that humanitarian pause so the wounded and sick civilians can reach hospitals. People in Khartoum have been unable to safely leave their homes to buy food and other essential items for days.
Over the weekend, a weeks-long power struggle exploded into deadly violence between the forces of the two generals who seized power in a 2021 coup. It's a fight between Sudan's army chief, Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, and his deputy, Mohammad Hamdan Dagalo, who commands the Rapid Support Forces. The warring generals differ over the planned integration of the RSF into the regular army. Heavy gunfire resounded and deafening explosions rattled buildings in Khartoum, a city of 5 million people. Thick black smoke rose from buildings around the army headquarters. As per reports, Rapid Support Forces personnel atop armored vehicles and pickup trucks laden with weapons swarmed the streets. Fighter jets rode overhead and fired on the RSF targets. Battles have damaged residential and commercial buildings as well. Civilians sheltering in their homes are becoming increasingly desperate, with dwindling food supplies, power outages, and a lack of running water. Thousands are not waiting and began leaving Khartoum by car or on foot. They said that the air was filled with the stench of dead bodies littering the streets. The army said that the central bank of the impoverished country had been looted and huge sums of money stolen by the RSF. On the other hand, the Rapid Support Forces blamed the army soldiers for attacking the homes of families. The toll has been high, with initial estimated civilian deaths of more than 270. According to the embassies, the real figure is expected to be much higher, with many wounded unable to reach hospitals that are themselves being shelled. About 2/3 of Khartoum's 59 main hospitals are out of service. The official doctors' union reported severe shortages in remaining facilities. In October 2021, Burhan and Dagalo worked together in the coup against the civilian government that was installed following President Bashir's ouster. It derailed an internationally backed transition. Army Chief Burhan, whose career advanced under Bashir, has maintained his coup was necessary to bring more factions into politics. But his deputy Dagalo has since called the coup a mistake. He says that the coup failed to bring about any change and invigorated Bashir's remnants. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.